Now, they are finally pushing into St. Lo, and they have to go down this, or the direction of attack that they're taking is down this single road that heads into St. Lo. And the Germans have it dialed. They have it dialed with ranged, with artillery ready to hit it. And here we go. They have hit it. They're starting to hit it with big rounds. Back to the book. Johns noted that the German fire was coming in slowly. There couldn't have been more than 2 or 3 guns firing. As they were all big ones, they didn't fire rapidly. That was a break. But just one of those big shells in the wrong place. As the next one began to howl, the men began to look for deeper spots in the ditches. Johns yelled, "Keep going, damn it, it's not here yet." The men kept going forward for several more seconds, running hard now. The shell was nearly on the ground before the major yelled again, "Down!" Although the men hit the ditches, John was too excited to remember he was in the middle of the road. He went down on one knee. The shell burst 100 yards ahead. Again, nobody was hit. The instant it burst, the major was up yelling, "Let's go!" running as he yelled. His men got up and ran too. Hoffman and Grimsell, catching the idea, moved further back down the line of men to relay commands and call signals on the shells. When the next one hit, all 3 officers did the same. None of them got off the road. Here and there, non-coms without orders began to fill in the gaps, staying on the road themselves. By the time the 3rd shell hit, the whole column was working as smoothly as if it had been on a parade ground drill. And they were losing no time. They kept going. A few men were hit, but not many. Oddly enough, not an officer or non-com was knocked out of the middle of the road, though each leader only went down on one knee. One shell burst not 25 yards ahead of the major, but it hit just around a small bend in the road, and he was sheltered by the bank. He ran forward through the smoke and dust, nearly falling over a man who was rolling crazily half in and half out of the ditch. Johns grabbed him by the arm to help him to his feet, crying, "Come on, boy, let's go." The man tried to get up but stumbled awkwardly forward. Only then did Johns look down and see that the soldier had no feet. He was trying valiantly to stand on the stumps of his 2 legs where his feet had been sliced cleanly off just at the ankles. Johns laid him back gently into the ditch and changed his tone. "Maybe you better take it easy a while, son. You stay here until one of your buddies gets here. They'll be along in a minute." The man himself was an aide man and not another was in sight, but the battalion commander had no time for one man. So after a quick look to see that the stumps were not bleeding profusely, he patted the man on the back, saying, "See you later, bud." Then he ran to catch up to his place in the column. A little further down the road, after another burst, he saw another man lying in the ditch, not making any move to get up and go, although he didn't seem to be hurt. John stopped, grabbed him by the arm, and yelled again, "Come on, let's get going." Looking blankly up at him, the soldier pushed a camera forward, saying plaintively, "I'm a cameraman." This rocked the major for a moment. Then he said, "Well, you can't take any pictures in that ditch. Get going." So again, you see leadership in action. Mm-hmm. You see him having to actually lead and set the example, and the company commanders and eventually the senior enlisted guys all follow his lead of what he's doing. We got time to run. We got a minute or whatever it is, 30 seconds. We're going to get up. We're going to run as hard as we can. When we know we're going to get hit with a shell, we're going to get down and take cover. Mm-hmm. Pure leadership.
Mm.